Frick and Pickle Liquor. I'd like to just mention. Joe Cronin. Remember, we talked to him once because he was Star Maker Bolin had him doing his show for a little while, and Bolin fired him because.
All right, first of all, let's set the record straight, right? You fucking four-eyed cunt. You talked to me. You did an interview with me in Rhode Island once. You saw me years before that, and then when you were on the show with Kenny Bolin, you remembered all those other days and all those other times. So. You remember me more than once.
He was such an annoying fuck. Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. This fucking idiot gets on Twitter.
No!
And I have to explain, he looks like one of those guys from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper.
Jesus Christ, I'm from Boston, Jim. What the fuck? Well, you look like one of those four-eyed, cock-exposing pedos from fucking Arkansas, you cock.
He's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and
I got 3 kids and a wife, you bitch.
Whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow...
By a cool way of talking in the microphone, you mean I have a good voice? Is that Jim Cornette saying that Joe Cronin has a good voice? Oh my God, I never thought I would get such praise from somebody in the wrestling business that I admire like this. This is incredible, guys. Jim Cornette says, I got a cool way of talking into the microphone. I guess that means I have a good voice, right?
He accumulates followers on Twitter instead of, actual people. But anyway.
Well, what the fuck does that mean? I'm supposed to acquire actual people on Twitter? Is that what you're supposed to do? I didn't know that. What, do you got a bunch of people in your basement that you rape? Or maybe expose your dick to them all the time? I don't know.
He tweets us, hey, whatever his fucking Twitter thing is, and Jim Cornette, you want to come on
I love the way he fucking, oh my God, I love the way that Cornette explains how he's probably exactly what I said, because he's like, hey. That part is gold. Hey.
And you stupid fuck, this fucking idiot gets
There's so much gold in this, it's incredible.
The story started coming out that, no, he didn't try to attack Santino. That's ridiculous. But he wasn't doing anything.
By the way, this is from episode 202 of the Jim Cornette Experience, a weekend in Detroit. Which, you know what, Cornette, you should be happy that you even made it out of the fucking place, out of Detroit, for Christ's sake, and not with about a bullet in your chest.
I think he wanted you to do something. Look, this is a guy...
It did look like, and listen, going back to the Santino situation, just to derive from this for a second, I said in all my things, fucking Cornette was trying to get away from Santino. Santino was chest bumping him and shit, and Cornette was like, I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. I've had enough, or whatever the fuck he says. And then Santino just steps in front of him and puts his chest up in him. And then that's when Cornette goes, well, I don't want to start fighting in the hallway, so I'll just start fucking yelling. He starts looking around at all the people around him like, hey, this fuck won't let me leave, this motherfucker, I'm trying to leave. So, I mean, that's Santino's fault. I mean, I was defending Cornette in almost everything I talked about for the most part, I guess.
She's a legit queen, making endless green. She's her own scene, that's a Mone mean. You cannot deny the truth, look at what she'll do to you. Cross her quick, make you disappear like poof. You gon' lose a tooth, you better kneel down. You better bow now, you better not F around and find out now. Yeah.
40 years of WrestleMania, and it's probably not going to include Brock Lesnar anymore. They've had to fix the story with Cody Rhodes in the game, allegedly right now. And on top of that, apparently that they're working on having Brock Lesnar removed. It's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, she get paid. Deadly like a switchblade. You know you got made. Biggest name, biggest thrill, but she pay them bills. You better bank on that. Give you a heart attack. Don't turn your back. Knife goes in like that. They keep on trying, but it's deadly if you hold her back. She gon' let loose, all up on you. There's nothing you can do. All she got is proof.
How's everybody doing? So it looks like Tony Khan's big surprise, which I already told you yesterday. I mean, it's going to be Boston something. Now, I thought it might be a pay-per-view or a woman's event or something kind of crazy in that sort of realm of things that would tie into Mercedes Mone. But now the rumor is really just that it's going to be a Dynamite. I almost wonder if there's still more to it, but maybe it is just a Dynamite, I guess. I mean, so when AEW was here, when I went to the second ever Dynamite, it was at the Agganis Arena, which is a smaller college arena in Boston. So that's the difference. People say, well, they've gone to Boston before, but yeah, TD Garden obviously is a big, venue capable of handling about 16,000 people, I think. TD Garden, I should probably know this since the Bruins play there and everybody plays there forever. WrestleMania 14 at the TD Garden. TD Garden capacity, I think it's 16,000. It's actually 19,000. I don't even know my own arena. You would think we had no Boston. 19,580. With wrestling, that means you probably get, I want to say it is 16,000 though with a wrestling stage because you cut off the back and the sides. So I think that the reason why 16,000 is in my head is because that's what's capable in a wrestling show. So 19,580, yeah, if you're playing basketball or maybe even something else. But yeah, I think I want to say it's 16,000 really when it's a wrestling show. So can they sell those tickets to sell out TD Garden? I mean, it's a wrestling town, it's a wrestling city, it's a wrestling area, it's the Northeast. People will come from New York, just like Boston and Massachusetts and New England will go to New York. New York will go to Boston. New England will go to Boston. So it's, I would expect they could do pretty well. I don't know right now with their ability. A lot of places they're only selling, 1,800 to 2,500 tickets. So, but in the Boston market, I would think that they could do all right. The Agganis Arena holds about, I think, 6,000 or so people, and they pretty much came close to selling that out every time that they've been there. I want to say about 5,000 people. But Boston Garden, I would expect TD Garden that they would sell 6,000 to 8,000 tickets. But I'm assuming that Tony Khan is looking to try to book this into a sellout situation or near sellout. 10,000 people is really what you want the number to be, at least 10,000, because you'd love to be able to say, by over 10,000 people in Boston, that sort of thing. So can they do that? 10,000 people. I don't know. We're going to find out. But what's going on, man? We're just here hanging out. It's the afternoon. I thought about doing this stream from inside the car for old time's sake. I miss doing these afternoon streams outside, in the car. The anything goes, and maybe I'll do, maybe I'll go do some of that again. But I had a lot of fun over the years doing it that way. I still remember when I first moved into this house, man, and I was so bored that I was painting my daughter's room, and I just painted on live stream for like 3 hours. And you guys, I just had so many people coming in and talking and having fun and supporting. You know what I also found was when I first did one of my first Q&As in this room, when I first moved into the house and I hadn't had all my stuff set up, and I'm like, damn, look at how clean everything was. Look at this. Jesus, I can't see because my light's in my face. I had the Shure SMB set up. I'm drinking a Bud Light. I mean, life was really good at this time. The world, everything was great. Martha Stewart sucks cock! And everybody believes it like they believe everything else. So there you go there. Look at the chat, man. The chat, I don't even recognize the people in the chat. Oh, I guess things weren't going so well. This was when my the filling in my tooth fell out. Remember that? My whole half of my tooth fell out, so that did suck. I do remember that. So things weren't the greatest.
You guys are. Look at you. Look at you. Right there is where the probably where the drums will go.
That's not where the drums went.
Because
it's not where they went.
Over here, and there's plenty of room over there. And right here is probably where the guitars will hang, and the music and sound equipment and mixer stuff will all hang, or, you know, wires will hang, maybe, possibly hang there. And then there'll be a green screen right there. See where that brown is, that wood? Right there's going to be a rolling green screen.
That is. We did put the green screen there.
So we could be able to do a little bit of a stream and test out.
Look at this room. I hate the green walls though. I always wanted to paint them white and I never did. Maybe at some point I will. But I remember that was hard to believe. That was 5 years ago. Oh my God, bro. Where's the time gone? That was 5 years ago. That's crazy.
Shit bomb.
That's crazy.
Tim Hortons greater than Dunks.
Oh, you know what, Goon? Why don't you stay in Canada, you piece of shit? Actually, Tim Hortons is... Well, they're not better than Dunks anymore, bro. Tim Hortons used to be good. Well, I think it was somebody a long time ago that told me that Tim Hortons is now McDonald's. Basically, McDonald's coffee is Tim Hortons, and Tim Hortons is a different thing now. What up, Goon? Thanks for the donation, man. The Goon is still responsible for costing me the first ever monetized this championship, you piece of shit, Goon. Should have had my back, Goon, god damn it. So Saturday night, I potentially will be live doing monetize this from my bedroom. So just as a heads up, we'll be up in a different room. I'll be up in my bedroom because I think my daughter's having a sleepover thing, and they're going to be down in the basement, and I don't want to hear them, and I don't want them to hear me. So I'll be up in my bedroom, which is this room right here, which this didn't go so well that last time. I mean, and this didn't go so bad.
There's a dropout in the mixer, it seems like. Sometimes when third party or third like audio,
the echo is what I noticed in this room.
Starts playing like the donation thing, we're banning it, but we don't ban the poisonous food. He's 7 years old next year.
Why did I bring the whole microphone? I brought the whole microphone rig upstairs. Why did I do that? What was I doing?
How he does that? I don't know what kind of money.
Oh my God! Look at Finn's hair.
What's going on? Oh, your blanket's stuck in the door. Yeah, there's a little pile of stuff that you guys for your rooms over there. Research about that.
And my daughter's joining me. Everybody saw me upstairs, like, "What's up? Let's go."
It's weird because like a lot of come back over to Subscribestar or to subscribe to my website.
Oh my God, my daughter's so little here.
Oh
my God, look how little, bro. Oh my God, I can't take it.
Horrific thing if that were to happen, dude. Right now, I'm not prepared for that. So.
Oh my God, she's so little.
What the? What are you, a demon? No, what do you want for lunch? What do you mean pigs? What the hell? Have you ever eaten a pig? Like, no.
No.
So what are you saying?
It was a joke.
Oh, well, what do you want to eat?
Yogurt.
You want yogurt?
Yes.
Oh, I can't take it. So I'll be up there in that room on Saturday night. And I'll have to do something weird, you know, I'll have the bed behind me. Maybe I'll get a blow-up doll or something, you know. I'll get a blow-up doll, and every time when there's like a donation, I'll jump on the blow-up doll or something. I don't know. We'll have to come up with something. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Drew, the tribal chief, the community longest reigning champ. Is he the longest? I don't know about that. I mean, I think there's a possibility that Luke Rojas might actually surpass that. You know, that might actually happen. Rest in peace to Drew, man. He died. He was a great champ, though, for a little bit. Rest in peace, sucker. Oh, yeah, I mean, I haven't... Wow, this was 4 years ago.
To me by mistake, yeah. Daddy did this to me by mistake, yeah.
What the hell am I doing?
Sent them in resumes, sent them in shows that I've booked, indie shows that I've booked, storylines that I've... Darby Allin Cody Jericho, Darby Allin. Man, you know what? Speaking of that, I would take Scorpio Sky as well.
Wow, this is all
I would
choppy
take
and stuff.
Scorpio Sky. Christopher Daniels.
Where is Scorpio Sky?
We'll be doing our podcast pretty soon.
Where is Scorpio Sky? Just thought of that. That's crazy, bro. Where in the world is Scorpio Sky? That is so crazy. I have no idea. Does anybody know where he went or what happened? I don't remember. He got hurt, right? Like, I mean, so Scorpio got hurt. And man, they felt like they were going to at some point like push him a little bit and do something big with him. And they just, I don't know if they backed off. They realized, no, he's too plain. Sometimes Scorpio Sky is a little too Ricochet-like. It's like he's got, I don't know, man. I feel like they could have tried a little harder with him, but he didn't give them enough to like really commit to it, I suppose. I don't know. But I've seen them do that with a lot of people, you know, like Miro and, Wardlow.
Super chat.
Quite a few people.
'Cause you're a good dad.
Christopher Thomas, thank you, bro, for the donation. 'Cause I'm a good dad. Well, not according to some people. You know? Some people, I'm a bad dad. Thank you, though. He's paying me rent. Yeah, paying you rent. Oh, Scorpio Sky's in your basement? He's in somebody's basement right now, maybe. Scorpio Sky blew out his knee. Okay. Thought so. Too Cold Scorpio Sky. Tag team. Yeah, imagine Too Cold Scorpio and Scorpio Sky. Man. WWE is unwatchable, says Steel World. Dude, Raw was not very good. Like, it's... Once again, they didn't capitalize on all the buzz. They did not do it. They failed again. They have all this buzz, and it's like, dude, we have to do something crazy tonight on the show. If I'm WWE, I'm like, yo, let's go crazy, because there's going to be an audience watching this that's different and invested. And WWE, time after time, they just don't capitalize on it. They didn't do it after Stone Cold came back and they had this momentum. They didn't do it after WrestleMania one year. So many times. They didn't do it when CM Punk came back. CM Punk came back and they just like very carefully like had him cut a promo. They didn't have him do some crazy stuff. They should have gone right into doing crazy stuff. But they don't do that. They think, hey, man, be patient. You know, we're doing it. And it's like, nah, dude, some things you got to do crazy things. The be patient argument doesn't work for me because back in the day, they didn't do, be patient on Raw sometimes. They would have Raw start with something crazy and it would end with something. And, like, there would be all these, comparable situations. Let me find this clip from the other day real quick. Little nipple. Let me squeeze the nipple. We're having a good time. Listen, I felt like Raw was... I felt like we got very little out of a very long show, right? It's a full 3-hour long show, and out of that show, to be honest to me, we got just a little taste. Just a little bit. Just a little nipple. Let me squeeze the nipple. Boom. A little bit of milk comes out, and you're just trying to get it. All right, just trying to get that milk out of that nipple. Like, just a little bit comes out. You're, like, squeezing it. You're like, let me push it. And just a little comes out. And we're all sitting there desperate, like, and we're like, oh, Thursday. I guess we'll wait for Thursday. And that's just about what we thought was going to happen tonight, to be honest. I mean, we knew it was going to be the opening. What are they going to say? Oh, what's going to happen? And then the close. And they had tons of "We Want Cody" signs. So they jumped on that bandwagon, on that opportunity that, quite frankly, all of us created on Twitter. organically over the weekend. I don't know who started it, but we all remember when it was trending. And the thing about it trending is crazy because I remember when it was trending, when it was like only had 2,000 shares. There was only like 2,000 retweets or 2,000 shares of it, and it was just starting to trend. It had just begun to trend, and it was very interesting. And then watching it morph into what it did, and then they were ready with their uncle's printer down the street to print out the "We Want Cody" stuff on the signs. And I believe that we heard, I think we heard Cody chants. We want Cody chants. I think we heard Rocky sucks chants. We know we heard some of that. I think we even heard a Rocky chant. So I think some of the crowd was chanting for The Rock, and then some of the crowd was chanting Rocky sucks at a point. And really the crowd went through this variation of chants, which is probably the best case scenario for WWE, maybe, that everybody's into everything. And like I said the other day, I said there was a war with the fans going on that I saw on the internet. And people were like, there's no war with the fans or whatever. And I don't know, man, if that chant was what I thought it was tonight, then there's quite a mixture of stuff going on. But certainly most people are on board with Cody. I think the crowd wasn't the greatest tonight. St. Louis sometimes isn't the loudest crowd there ever is. And they were louder than a normal St. Louis crowd tonight. That's one thing I will say. Louder than I'm used to hearing St. Louis. Now, before I go over to the Discord really quickly, I just want to say tonight somebody is going to become the JCS Digital Donator Champion if you are donating to the show, of course. So tonight I'm going to put that belt up there for you if you are donating. You can use Super Chat, of course. You know how to do that. But if you do want to do Stream Labs, it is linked and pinned to the top of the stream. Love to have you do that, and I will put your name up on top. So if you want to donate, the link is up top. Also, if you want to vote, the poll is up. What did you think of Raw? Was it lackluster? Was it great? Was it good enough? Was it blah? I want to know what you guys have to say. I'm going to tell you what I think about it, and I already kind of am alluding to what I think about it. But I just think that we'll get into it as we go. We got Mustafa on the line. I'm going to get to him in a second. He's also there with Luke Rojas. And of course, it is a night where I can't be on too late here, so I am going to go through this quickly as possible. But I do think that Raw was a bit lackluster here and was a disappointment in many ways. And I just think that and this is what I've been saying about WWE. I've been saying this for how long now? How many times am I going to say the WWE doesn't do anything to make you go, wow, it's WrestleMania season. This is amazing. Let's go. This was awesome tonight. They surprised me tonight. That was exciting. No, they just roll with the punches. Oh, we want Cody trended. That was awesome. Well, guess what? That was the best thing that happened. And the other best thing that happened was Rocky sucks chant. That's not good. Like, the most interesting thing is that fans were angry about what happened on SmackDown. And you didn't do anything on this Raw to make me more excited about anything or to make me, it's still just a question of what's going on. That's still lingering in the air, but nothing else happened. It's like Drew McIntyre still crushing it on the promos. Opening segment, really good. Ending of the night was all right with Cody and Shinsuke. Fine, I get what they were doing, and we're going to promote the Thursday deal, but that's about all I got from tonight. And that women's match before the main event was, good Lord, was that just awful. I don't know what they were doing, but either way, we'll find out. Let's go to the Discord.
I know.
The boys are in there.
Come on.
Why don't you guys fight each other?
Are we unmuted?
You.
Yes. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. What a I even texted you at the end of the show. I was just like, well, that was a way to end a Raw.
Well, I mean, it ended exactly how I thought it would end, but that was the only thing that didn't shock me was the opening of Raw didn't really shock me, and the ending didn't shock me. But what shocked me was that I wasn't really into anything else that happened.
You were more so concentrated on the crowd than anything else, really.
I was?
As far as Well, I mean, in terms of like what they were gonna do, because we had an idea going into this that there might be some hostility, but even before the opening credits came in, the fans like were posting their videos on Twitter, and everybody was just booing of every reference, whether it be about Roman or whether it be about The Rock. And as even the intro video for Raw was playing, and people were posting this on Twitter, when they saw The Rock and Cody and Roman segment, they booed the crap out of it before the opening credits.
No, dude, you saw that shit in the beginning, right before they fucking played Seth's music. You heard the goddamn boos.
Yeah.
Was it loud to you? Because they didn't sound too loud to me in St. Louis, and
they were booing and like, dude, they were smart. They played Seth's music immediately because they knew they'd do the whole whoa bullshit.
They chanted that though as soon as he came out. They sang his stupid
but right
theme.
before it, they let it last about 2 seconds. There was boos after that opening intro.
Oh yeah, and then basically when Seth started talking, and then he's making mention of Roman and this and that, they started slow and they're just like Rocky sucks and it's very small, and then it just grew. It just grew from there, bro.
It still did. It wasn't so crazily, like over the top to me, but it was. And by the way, did they chant for Rocky after that?
It was a mixture. It was like Rocky sucks, Rocky, Cody. It was all like a mixture.
Yeah, exactly. So
I heard more.
None of that was the clip that I wanted. I'm really pissed off. People, you put the timestamp on the thing, and it's not right because people are stupid. That's why. People, you can't. This guy Reed put a timestamp on it. That's not even the timestamp. I don't know what we just listened to. We just listened to Mustafa. Like, we just tried to listen to Mustafa's brain work, and that it doesn't work very well. And that's what we just heard. I'm disgusted that was it was something I was supposed to play, and that's not what it was. You know what we should do at this point? When things like that happen, you play the wrong clip, you step away for a second to you know what I mean, to go figure out something, and make sure you don't burn the house down because you left the oven on, because you're cooking something for the afternoon. And you go look for a clip that's 2 minutes long, and you prepare to play it, and you play it, and it's not the clip. You know what you do after that? You make you prank call your family. You just call them and you threaten them and you get angry at them. But anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry, I'm all thrown off. Anyhow, tonight is AEW Dynamite, and they might be announcing. Like I said, it's going to be something Boston will be announced. I said this the other day. There'll be something Boston announced tonight. Will Mercedes Mone be there? I don't know. Do you guys remember that comedian who was going to be working for SNL and then he got canceled because of his great comedy, which they called slurs and racial slurs and all kinds of stuff, homophobe guy, and they got rid of this guy from hosting SNL. Well, now TMZ is going after him again. This guy is hosting SNL, which is funny because they tried to put him on SNL, then they got rid of him because they're cowards. And now the guy is hosting SNL, and now the racial stuff has resurfaced or whatever. And it's like, bro, nobody really cares anymore. Nobody cares about jokes that are too far. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Because people are starting to become you know what really matters? The fact that I can't afford to feed my family right now. The fact that I can't afford to pay rent. The fact that I can't afford things, but we're giving illegals all this money. You know what else matters? All the places that are being robbed and then closing down and leaving my state because nobody can run this place the right way. That's what matters. Oh, you know what matters? All the war that they're trying to take us to right now. So who gives a shit about somebody making a joke? Nobody really cares about this woke crap anymore except some extreme psycho fucks. And that's it. $3 for a single McDonald's hash brown. Customers are fed up and are pushing back. Why don't we steal from McDonald's? Why do the Walgreens and the CVS's, why do they get robbed? These places have our medications and drugs that we need, and people go and destroy these places, but we really need them. We don't need McDonald's worth of shit. Why don't people rob McDonald's? $3 hash brown, yeah? Welcome to the world. Wait till the bread lines start happening. That'll be fun. Who's ready for bread lines? Are you? I am. I'm ready for bread lines. I think I'm going to... So the plan for tonight is I'm going to loosely watch... I don't know, man. I'm going to loosely watch AEW tonight. Like, I'm going to just sort of watch it carefully. Like, at first, but... I'm just going to kind of watch it out of the corner of my eye. And if I find enough on AEW tonight that I want to talk about, then I'll probably go live tonight and I'll talk about it. Like, if I think, like, all right, I've got enough that I want to say about this that I'm going to go live, or there's a big story or something, I will go live. But if the show just kind of blahs its way through, I'll probably do a video and put that out, and that's it. You know what I mean? So it's going to be very touch and go tonight about whether I go live or not for AEW. Because it's just, it could be a bad show. I don't know. They're coming to Boston. If there's a press event, maybe I'll go if there is one. I don't know. The last time they were in Boston, and I remember when they gave me the press pass, but then they didn't do a press conference or anything, so I didn't need to. There was nothing for me to go to. But if they do something like that, I'll go. But and WWE's like NXT 2K Sports has already had. I'm hearing that they actually are working to revise and change the story in 2K because of everything going on right now, which to me doesn't sound real. I just don't like. Video games can't even Diablo 4 can't even get their shit together to get stuff out right without taking 10 years. How can WWE 2K just be altering stuff at the moment leading up to WrestleMania because of the change with everything? I don't know. That to me, that sounds crazy to me. I don't know if I buy that. But what I do buy is that that they got rid of Lesnar. They got rid of Lesnar. So there's more to that. And by the way, wasn't Sable one of the people that had allegations towards Vince McMahon? How weird is that? We never talk about that, but that's weird. Sable is one of those people originally that had a problem with Vince McMahon for abuse or something like that. She sued or something in the WWE, but then she goes on to marry Brock Lesnar, and now Brock Lesnar is one of the major names mentioned with Vince McMahon in these allegations. It's just, what? Like, how weird is that? To me, I don't know, man, that's a bizarre thing. The allegations all mixed into this. But again, Saturday night we'll be live with Monetize This. Tonight, like I said, I might go live. If there's enough to talk about, I'll go live. If not, I'm just going to relax and I'll play some video games and stuff and try to, I've got a lot to clean up. I'm still going to, in fact, I'm leaving in a minute to go clean up more. I've been working on the house today on my day off. And I just don't see a lot. I mean, Tony Khan's got an announcement tonight. I think that's the Boston thing, as I said. Will we get Mercedes Moné announced, or will we wait for that March 13th date for her to come out? I don't know. Brock Lesnar's removed from 2K. That's stupid, but it's awful. Now we can never talk about Vince McMahon anymore till I don't know when. When will it be safe to talk about Vince McMahon again? I don't know. All that work they did for Brock Lesnar over the years, beating The Undertaker and everything they did, and now he's going to be an excommunicated person? It's like, bro, what, like, that? I find that annoying. Just like Chris Benoit's been removed from everything. It's like, I hate that dude. Why can't we all still watch the matches and the people that we knew from wrestling, even if they did something terrible in real life later on? Fine, at that point, cut them off. But that doesn't negate everything that we know and they did. Like, that just, to me, drives me nuts. Because, well, dude, Like, everything can just be erased at any point all the time just because. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with what some of these people did, obviously, and that's not good, but, like, it's, I don't know, bro. You're going to really erase everything that people, and take that away from the fans who have, there's tons of matches and tons of references and things that you're just going to overlook now because of this stuff that's happened? Because what? Like, you're afraid of some backlash? Are you going to go grab every person who's ever been arrested? Is the NFL going to erase Ray Lewis? Is every movie ever going to, erase people who ever did anything bad now that we don't agree with? And those movies will be buried forever? And I know that sometimes that does happen in some cases, but it's like, why are we doing that? Why are you erasing art? Just because one person who acted in the movie is a horrific person. It's like, this is still somebody's art. They wrote the movie, they shot the movie, they directed it, people enjoyed it, and now you want to erase it because somebody did something bad? Why does everybody get punished for that? Doesn't make sense to me. I don't like it.
I've been going to wrestling shows for over 30 years. Never in all that time have I ever felt, until last Sunday, that my security, my safety, my life was in danger at a wrestling show.
Joe, nobody gives a fuck about cancel culture. Who gives a fuck about you making an offensive joke years ago on Twitter?
Right.
They're just fucking virtue signaling because they have nothing to show for in their lives.
That's what it is. Or they're covering something up usually, like they're afraid of what they've done. They feel bad about it. Seabass, what up? Seabass the Beast. And Seabass the Beast has been a beast on this show recently. Yeah, I mean, like, look at Howard Stern. Howard Stern is one of the biggest examples of this ever. Howard Stern, some of the worst stuff you've ever seen, like craziest, shock, jock, mean, crazy, nut stuff. I loved it, by the way. I mean, that explains me. I grew up on Howard Stern, 80s, 90s, and the 2000s. I pretty much stopped listening to Howard around when Artie Lang left, but also probably around 2010, I sort of was like, I just sort of phased out of a little bit. But every time I went back to listen to Howard Stern in 2011, 12, 15, 17, 18, I was like, what is this? And listen, there's nothing wrong with changing and saying, you know what? I've grown in a different way. I now don't like that humor. I think a lot of the things I did I'm not happy of now, but people loved it then, and I loved doing it then, and it was great radio, and, if people still listen to it now, that's great. Like, it was funny. But it's just now, because I've changed and grown as a person, it makes me, like, awkward when I hear some of the stuff we did, because I've just grown as a person. It's not compatible with who I am now. But, but for Howard to be out there, like, chastising other people and then trying to bury the things that he did because he doesn't feel good about it now. Oh, it's convenient that you've grown. Somehow you're okay now. And nobody else is now allowed to be who they are because you've grown. Yeah, you've grown as a person, Howard. So now nobody else is allowed to joke around or do their type of humor because you've grown as a person. It's the most selfish bullshit thing that I've ever heard. Howard Stern, crazy jokes about black people, Jews, and gays, and just beyond everything. Just joking about every type of thing all over the place. Horrific stuff. But everybody loved it. It brought people together. It brought races together. It brought every gender and people together that they could listen to somebody who would joke about all of everybody honestly and savagely. Like, we all love joking about each other. That's like one of the best things is when we can all joke about each other no matter what. You're supposed to embrace that. That's supposed to bring people together because when you do that, everybody laughs. Like, even if it's just a stereotype that's not really true, it's still funny if we're all in on the jokes together. But now that you've decided that that's not okay, now you're going to judge everybody else. The guy is just out of his mind at this point. So, Sasha Banks will injure Paige again, says Zachariah Khan. Imagine that. Let's see. Any other comments I want to pick up on? Good afternoon, guys. Guys, hit the like button if you can. We're only at 48 likes. That's weird. WWE is finished, says Daniel Mills. Jeez, imagine that if WWE was finished. I can't tell if WWE is about to hit another lull or if they're about to explode to another level. To me, it feels like WWE is going up right now to another level. But the problem is Raw wasn't good. Raw was not really good. Like, news flash, breaking news, and to all the writers and all the people who work on WWE Raw, that show was not great. Some of the super casuals who love everything, and by the way, go watch what these people have said over the years. They love everything. So you can't trust them. And yeah, you can't trust people that hate everything too, but you can trust me. Trust me when I say you can trust me. That show last night was not very good. And you had Cody Rhodes and this whole controversy and the We Want Cody stuff, and you just didn't quite do enough. I thought the Cody stuff was fine, opening with Cody, talking, and having Drew McIntyre speak like he was the fans. That was interesting. Having Seth Rollins come out and take shots back at Roman, who said his belt was worthless and all this shit, and Seth is like, oh, that sounds like a pop to me. That stuff was great. And then the closing bullwhip match was all right with Shinsuke, but they really dropped the ball with just about everything else. And the tag team match was fun, but they got to do more shocking, fun stuff. I'm not saying they got to go Attitude Era because I know they don't want to do that, but they got to do some more stuff to like that was. I was shocked at how little they did when they had so much. They basically only opened the show for about 15 minutes. They opened the show acknowledging all of the stuff going on, but then continued to put on a mediocre show. And I just don't get it. I don't get why they don't jump on this and really exploit the excitement that's going on or the buzz that's going on. And they didn't do that. And I just feel like they're missing such an opportunity. El Chapo!
Phone booth. I miss phone booths. I miss phoning you. I miss phoning you from a fucking phone booth.
She sued WWF but then came back to be Vince's on-screen mistress and married Brock.
Yeah, so weird, El Tapo. Like, what is up with that? Like, did they threaten to kill her kid or something? Like, Sable or whatever, Sable sues WWE for this harassment or whatever. But then she comes back to the WWE and then does a storyline where she's Vince's mistress. But then marries Brock Lesnar, who's involved in this whole weird sex ring thing with Vince. What did they make Sable do? That's my question. What did they do to Sable?
I've been going to wrestling shows for over 30 years.
I'm worried about Sable.
Never in all that time have I ever felt, until last Sunday, that my security, my safety, my life was in danger at a wrestling show.
Brock Lesnar is only being removed from promotional materials and the cover of the digital-only copy of the game. The game is coming out March 5th for pre-orders. There is no way he is being removed from the game entirely. Sting Darby Tag Title Match 2N.
Sting and Darby Tag Title Match March 2nd. Wow, that's match. Oh, is that tonight? Oh, that's right. The Sting and Darby match is tonight. That's right. That awful promo from last week, where I didn't like the promo that they cut, but then I came up with a promo that I thought was better. That's right. That's tonight. So that's it. That's got my interest a little bit. I think I made it interesting more to me than anything that they did. to be honest. Let me see. Was it? I guess I never put out the video. I thought I put out the video breaking down that whole thing from last week, but I guess I didn't. I just didn't like that promo. I thought they should have really gone into it in a different way. I thought I put out a little clip on that. I guess I did not. I'm really I'm disappointed in myself now. What up, Kurtman? How you doing, man? Thanks for being a member, Kurtman. How are you? Yeah, bro. Wednesday afternoons, I usually stream. I try to stream every Wednesday afternoon. Every Wednesday afternoon, I try. Doesn't always happen, but. Can someone talk to Joe that Brock Lesnar is still in the game? Oh, thank you, Claudio. Okay, so I'm sorry. So Brock Lesnar is still in the game. He's just been removed from promotional materials. Okay. Thank you. I'm still worried that they'll pull him out of the game, but yeah, as of right now, there's no word that he's pulled from the game. He's just removed from the promos. Which that part I guess is understandable. I mean, he hasn't been named or actually accused of anything really. So I wouldn't even remove him from anything. I'd be like, I don't know. What do you mean? What has he done? I don't know. Has he been guilty of something? I don't know. Anybody can throw accusations out. I don't know. Well, I'm going to leave him on there. Fuck it. But I guess they're going with, being super cautious or whatever. So, okay, fine. But that's good that he's not taken off the game, because that'd be so dumb. I'm not even a wrestling video game person anymore. I used to love wrestling video games, and when I was a kid, I would have it was so great. But I don't really care now that much.
I've been going to wrestling shows for over 30 years. Never in all that time have I ever felt, until last Sunday, that my security, my safety, my life was in danger at a wrestling show.
Joe, I hasn't ever been so hands-on WWE, but they leave Dana White completely alone when it comes to the UFC. Honestly, Vince should have sold it to the Saudis. They would have let him and Triple H do whatever they would have wanted.
That is an interesting take. If the Saudis owned WWE, yeah, they would have said, who cares? Allegations of Vince McMahon, shitting on this woman's head and all these other things. Good. Fuck the bitch. She not dressed up. Dress her up. That's what you get. You don't put cover up. You shit on head and fuck her face off. Oh my God, bro, you're right. They wouldn't have gave a shit. Vince would have been good. Vince made a huge mistake. Oh my God, man. Vince made a huge mistake. Vince would still be running the company right now. I don't know, though, man. Still, though, the shareholders would still be involved, though. So, I don't know, man. The stock would still be there. The shareholders would be there. So, he may still be in trouble. But, yeah, they probably would have backed Vince. They would have been like, yes, no bitch says Vince McMahon, great, best ever. Fuck her bitch yelling. I mean, this is an Indian accent, not a Saudi Arabian accent. I'm sorry, but it all sounds like that to me. And it's the only one I can do. So, deal with it. Oh, is there something going on in the Discord? It's going down in the Discord. The Saudis, oh man. See, everybody was so worried about Saudi Arabia. They were like, oh my God, no, the Saudis, no, this is the worst ever. Fuck no. Oh, it would have been so good. Good enough. You're damn right. Good enough. Oh my God, they would have just... AEW games suck too. Well, the AEW game is stupid, arcade, it's very one-dimensional. But it's fun. My kids really like that game. My kids have really liked the AEW video game just because of how the ridiculousness of the game. For whatever reason, It's really worked for them. And when the ring exploding, and dude, that anywhere, whatever that is, the Stadium Stampede Brawl or whatever they call it, that they loved it. My kids loved it. And they don't even watch AEW. So the game is a win for little kids. I'll say that. Trying to find the any clips for. Here's McFoley.
You want to get the bad stuff
on Vince McMahon.
Wow, man, there's been a lot of news, and we're excited to be on the road to WrestleMania, and that's our topic today. We're going to be talking about some of your favorite WrestleMania.
Knows the great fondness I have for Mr. McMahon, but it's just I don't know all the facts.
Right.
But man, it's really ugly.
Yeah.
I feel some very similar. Just like that dead inside feeling the way I had in 2007
Yes.
after the Benoit murders. And
That's right. Vince McMahon taking a dump on a woman's head who got paid millions of dollars is the same as Chris Benoit killing his children.
I hope it doesn't take away from people's amazing memories of all the things that Mr. McMahon created or helped create, including, you know, my character and the programs that I was in. He was such a big part of it. I wish he'd really just stepped aside. You know, the first time we just heard a little hint of these allegations.
Yeah.
Mick Foley just wishes it wasn't talked about. He just like, I love Foley. And Foley is a hardcore progressive lefty. He hates Trump and he loves all this woke stuff usually. So it's so funny to watch Foley be involved in some way with this because he hates all the woke. I mean, he loves all the woke stuff and whatever and the cancel culture stuff. But now he's involved in it and he's like, oh, I wish it just was swept under the rug. Oh, it doesn't get any better than that. Mick Foley just make it go away. Make it go away. Make it go away. Can't take back those shits I took. It's a dreaming song. Oh, that's so funny, though. Mick Foley. Oh, my God, bro.
And I believe you brought up the
I've been going to
Rain
wrestling
hotline.
shows for
That's
over
too
30
funny.
years. Never
Seabass
in
the
all that
Beast
time have I
dropping
ever felt
donos
until last Sunday that my security, my safety, my life was in danger at a wrestling show.
Joe fuck Eric Bischoff. I'm so sick of his virtue signaling grifting ass. He's such a hypocrite. Let's keep the donations going.
Yeah, no, Eric Bischoff, I'm sorry, is a fucking idiot at this point. Eric Bischoff, although I will say, I got to be honest, I heard Eric Bischoff, there are some times where Eric Bischoff, to me, sounds really great. Like, he's got great points, and I like Eric Bischoff's takes. But then there's other times where Eric Bischoff is just so fake to me, like, it's unbelievable when I hear him. He cut a funny-ass example of something earlier that I heard, and it was really funny. He gave this whole theater analogy or whatever, and it was very funny. But then the stuff he virtue signals about, I don't know if I could, I question, like, I don't even know if I can be involved in wrestling anymore after this. Yeah, okay, bro. You are the fakest bastard ever. Oh, right as I literally clicked on Discord because I saw Luke in there. And then he, like, left or right as I clicked on it. Let's go back to Foley.
Yes.
When you were talking with Jeff and with
Eric.
Now, you know, I was a volunteer on the hotline for 2 years, so I know the great work they do. And if somebody is having a workplace difficulty or has a difficulty in their personal life.
Their family.
By the way, I love Mick Foley. I will not bash Mick Foley. I love Mick Foley and everything he did for us to entertain us. And I've met him, and he's a very sweet person. And he's been sweet to us on this show when he's talking about us. So I like Mick Foley. I really do. I think he's got some brain trauma, like legit has like actual brain trauma, and that's why he has a lot of issues with things, and he doesn't realize the scope of what's really going on in the world with a lot of things. He wants everything to be beautiful and happy and hunky dory, and I don't think he knows how things really work in some cases. But he's very he's a legend. I love him.
Family life or have been.
He stole WrestleCrate from a father and son, but I still love him.
The survivor of an assault, then RAINN, RAINN.org is a great place to go to look for help. And one of the big differences they have now that they did not have when I was on the hotline, it's going back 12, 13 years since I did the hotline. They did not have the means to safely and anonymously have a chat room for survivors.
Oh my God!
Didn't see the show. I was on the road. It's one of the Rumble should be the pay-per-view in February.
Yes.
So that the momentum. I have seen the momentum die.
Yes.
Oh, Mick Foley is totally right here too. He's right. The Royal Rumble should be the thing right before WrestleMania, because it's so far away from WrestleMania now that there's these little roadblocks in between, like Elimination Chamber, then this other thing, then this other thing. And he's right. Momentum kind of dies sometimes, or there's just too long a buildup that they need to get to. People can get injured, all kinds of stuff like that. And so I 100% agree with Mick Foley about that. He's right. That Royal Rumble should be February, because it would have more momentum going into WrestleMania. Mick Foley's head on Brock's body. That was pretty good, huh? Foley risked his life jumping from the cell. 100%. That's what I'm saying. Colonel Stutters, people's tunes change when it happens near them. That's true. By the way, I'm Vince McMahon, and I need you to get down on both knees and do things for me. Shut up. New Year's pay-per-view in place of the Royal Rumble in January. Yeah, just like something closer to WrestleMania. You know, it would be better, I would think. I just think it's too far away. I still can't believe that Noelle Foley is like whatever happened. You know? It's like once the wrestling thing didn't work out, she was like, all right, can't wrestle. I'm not going to do the other stuff. I'm out. I'm going to go suck Frank the Tank or whatever, that Frank the Clown. Oh, yeah. Last night on the show, Rastafa was talking about Vince McMahon dildos. And Rastafa goes, this one's called Uncle Tom. Like, oh, my God, bro. I forgot about that. I got to go clip that from last night's show. That was great. That might have been one of the funniest things I've ever heard Rastafa say. I don't know if anybody timestamped that from the other night. I hope to God someone timestamped it, because it was fucking great. He is learning. Oh my God, was that funny? I don't know. Nobody timestamped it. Damn. God damn it. Yeah, nobody grabbed it. The Triss Weathersby said that Ben and Jerry's rant was so unhinged and out of nowhere. It's why I love the show. I wish there was timestamp too. I don't remember, but yeah, at some point I went in on Ben and Jerry's the other night. That's because we were playing like a clip or something, and they were talking about ice cream, and then I just decided to attack Ben and Jerry's Which I guess it wasn't out of nowhere. I mean, they were talking about, Ben and Jerry's does what they do. When I was in wrestling school, and I was still
of my time there, probably like a year or two later, all you saw was the Halo ice cream, all the soy ice cream that was like high in protein. And I was like, we could have had that.
Hell yeah. I'm going Friendly's, probably going cookie dough, but pretty much. That cookies and cream is damn good. With Friendly's, I just like the strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate mix pack. When they mix it up, I just like that. I love Ben and Jerry's. I gotta be honest. I know it's hard for a lot of people to eat Ben and Jerry's because they're insane Nazis, but like, bro, I don't care how many kids I don't care how many dicks and how many children's private parts that Ben and Jerry's wants to chop off. I love Ben and Jerry's, like New York fudge or New York chunk, cookie dough. I mean, you name it, man. Listen, Ben and Jerry's, whatever. Yeah, who cares? A couple of 8-year-olds lose their privates, Ben and Jerry's, they want to take, I don't care how many people's homes that Ben and Jerry's force themselves into, and they kill the families and then give the homes back to Native American people, even though they won't give their own land back to the Native American people. But I don't care how many white people have to die in the name of Ben and Jerry's. I still love Ben and Jerry's. I love them. Absolutely. I don't care. I just don't care. Listen, I have faith that someday, Elon Musk will buy Ben and Jerry's and we'll all be able to eat Ben and Jerry's again without feeling guilty and killing ourselves. You know what I mean? I mean, if Ben and Jerry's... Yeah. Listen, one of two things is going to happen. I love it. But, we were due for a Ben and Jerry's rant at that point. So I love it. Imagine Joe doing a good review. A good review? Like of wrestling? What do you mean? Like a movie of Ben and Jerry's? A food review? Did you mean food review? I don't think it would be very good if I did a food review, I feel like. I gotta find that. I haven't heard that laugh that Restafa did. Is there anything else? Well, I think we're probably going to wrap it up in a second, I suppose. I think I kind of mentioned all the things I wanted to mention, hung out for a little bit. It's been about an hour-long show, and probably going to wrap it up here. If you guys got anything else you want to say, super chat now, forever hold your peace, or use the donation link pinned to the top of the stream on Streamlabs. There's all the donation amounts down below. Should I make some new donation songs and some new donation things? I'll do it. I don't know. Should I do it? Like with Vince McMahon, like the...
Come on out, you rapist!
The rapist song, and maybe the Cody Rhodes one.
I am coming for you. I am coming for you.
Like we could do a Cody Rhodes coming for you. That'd be good. Is it too vulgar, though? I don't know. Like intense...
I love the dick.
Intense instrumental.
Shit bomb.
Joe, Amarino Gelato in Boston. Thank me later.
Gelato. Bro, let me tell you something. That sounds like an Italian thing. And when I hear Italian words like gelato, it makes me think of fat, sweaty, disgusting New York people with gold chains around their necks. And that makes me not want to eat anything. Like I lose my appetite when I hear the word gelato. So what you should have done, the Goon, you should have just said, I don't know, maybe made up a different name for it. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe it's because are you Canadian, or Goon? Are you even from, like, where are you from? Goon. Because you can't be from, because who would, I'm not saying the words gelato. They irritate me saying that. Saying the word gelato. Ugh. It makes my insides crawl. I can't deal with it. But maybe I'll have Leah order it. I'll be like, Leah, you order this thing called the but maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll give it a try. Plus, I hate the north side of Massachusetts. North Boston, north of Boston, North Shore. Ugh. Absolutely no. Here it is.
I am coming for you.
Hey, Goon, though, thank you, man, for the donation, bro. Goon, and I might try it, maybe. It's probably really good, I guess, but this ain't good. What is this? That's not good. We need something way better.
I am coming for you.
I don't know. That one doesn't really... I could make my own beat, but I don't want to deal with making a beat today. But it's got to be, like, intense. Like,
I am coming for you.
Like, it's got to be like, let's go. No, I want it to be fast.
I am coming for you. 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 I am coming for you.
Super chat party.
Be more vulgar.
Be more vulgar. This summer, more vulgar than ever. People will die when Joe speaks the truth about people's pets. You will be vulgar.
I am coming for you. I am coming for you.
I love the dick.
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 You are fucked.
I love the dick.
You are fucked.
I love the dick.
I am coming for you.
I love the dick.
I love the dick. Better be thick. I got a prick and it'll make you sick. I'll go so deep, your knees will get weak. You won't shit right for a fucking week.
I am coming for you. I am coming for you.
I love the dick.
I hate coming. I hate coming.
I am coming for you.
I don't know what we're doing. That was nuts. Imagine you're like listening at work. You know what I mean? You're listening at work and that goes on. Oh shit, oh my god, bro. I'll pull out my synthesizer. I just knocked over my synth. I've actually knocked over both my synths and my piano. Like fucking dominoes just now. All right, I'm going to get out of here because I'm insane. Thank you, Christopher Thomas. Thank you, The Goon. Thank you to Seabass the Beast, Colonel Stutters, El Tapo. That was everybody that donated multiple times throughout the stream. Thank you for that. And I hope you guys hit the like button. Hope you watch the commercials when you can on my stream, and you can watch more of my videos. And I will catch you. If AEW is worth it, I'll be live tonight, maybe. Or I'll put out a video. One of those things probably will happen. And then we'll look forward to Thursday night for the big WrestleMania press conference. That's going to be big. Well, I got a couple different synthesizers, but this this is the micro Korg that I typically use for almost everything, but I also have another Korg, a micro Korg, and I've got a crappy little Yamaha plug-in, and some other things. Good to see you. What up, Pat? What up, King Hueco Mundo, Alfredo Flores, Brian Alex, everybody else. And if you guys want, become a member, man. Get those extra bonus membership stuff. I'm going to have another member podcast only coming out, and it will be on Patreon as well. So if you're a patron, you'll be able to hear it for $1 at least on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And if you're a member on YouTube, you'll be able to hear it as well. So either way you want to listen to it, it will be there for either one of those paywall situations. Thank you, guys. Have a good day. And I will maybe see you tonight, depending on how AEW goes. Later. Hit that like on the way out. Thank you, Young Stiff. What up, Young Stiff? That sounds creepy, but what up? Biff Raiden. Go Hogs for life. What up?
Oh, God, feed me Omega.